Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda Sarai, and I am so excited to be back officially on recording videos because it's been a minute. I think a lot of people in this space were guided to take a step back / needed to over the last several weeks with the eclipse portal, with everything happening in the collective. So yay, here we are. I feel this happening collectively, that we are coming back to the light. And I really feel that this is the theme for this week, for this 11/11 portal that we are entering into, is that it is time for us to shine our light. So I am going to share with you a card pull that I did for this week of alignment as we move into this 11/11 portal. Technically, we're in it, depending on how you count it. The energies are strongest 3 days before and after. I just saw 111. So we are about to be entering into the thick of it. So let's just dive in. So I pre-shuffled because I am not great at shuffling, and that's just how I flow with it typically these days with my oracle card pulls. So let's dive in. I wanted to share that this was at the top of the deck. So the Work Your Light deck was the first one that came out, and intuitively I was just like, we're gonna pull this one first. It's often what I do. So play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So I'm actually gonna do a whole video on this because there's a whole backstory, but this was like a nice little reminder, I feel, because we are experiencing a great deal of polarity in the world, and us being in that vibration of joy, and what brings us into joy is play. Us being in that vibration is really helping to uplift the collective frequency. So we are grappling with polarity. It is not something, and 222, this is something we're here to integrate, right? So I feel like this being the first card to come out, to be visible, to come to the light. Well, as I opened up this deck for the first time in weeks, I haven't even been pulling cards for myself. That's how much in my own energy I've been, and also in the flow, and it's been such an interesting several weeks. But this is no accident coming out on top like that. So the first card that came out after I shuffled and cleared and did all the goodness was Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. And I very much feel that this is that forward momentum energy that we are being thrust into in a kind of gentle way, but also not so gentle. And I'm seeing 313, which is a number that's been coming up a lot, which means new beginnings. So I also feel like that divine guidance of the timing is just affirmation that it is our time. The lightworkers, we are here to build the new earth. We are here to create this new paradigm. We are here to create this golden age of light. So we are ushering it in, anchoring it in through our being. So it is time for us to really step forward in our power. So that Leap is like the first official card of the pull. It felt so aligned. And what came out next was the Inner Temple. Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So this is the portal. The heart holds all the wisdom. So it makes perfect sense that we are being guided to go within. The ascension really is about going within. It is going into the heart, deeper into the heart. Embodied ascension is about coming into your body, anchoring the frequencies into your body, and operating from that heart space first above all. So allowing the heart frequency to inform the mind for manifestation, for creation, for moving through the world. So our inspiration is supposed to come from within the heart space. So tune into the portal of your heart and receive the messages from this space, out of the head into the heart. So that felt very, very beautiful to be coming next. And then this isn't something that I'm going to get into in another video tomorrow, that I will post tomorrow, about the 11/11 portal energies specifically. I'll go deeper into the energies. This is the card pull. These are the overall messages, but this Sisterhood of the Rose came out Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So some of you may resonate with that path. You're being called to go deeper into devotion. And I feel like it's no accident that these cards came out right next to each other. So creating beauty, what is it that you're here to create? Maybe you're feeling called to walk the path of the priestess, or to really embody that more deeply if you've already been called on that journey, to step into your teacher essence, to be the mystic, a modern mystic. This is definitely the path that I have been guided on myself. And you know, she's got her wings. This is a key, and there's a lot of portal energy walking through the threshold into this new way of being. This is very much a portal of stepping into this new way of being. Again, I'll get into the energies more deeply tomorrow, but to lay this foundation, I also wanted, so what I'm gonna get into is this sisterhood and brotherhood aspect of healing these wounds of betrayal, of backstabbing. So again, I'll get into that tomorrow, but really stepping into that space of trust and calling in your tribe is a layer of that message as well. So next came these two cards. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So this is very much in alignment with that first card, take the leap. So everything just feels very full circle with this card pull already. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So, you know, sometimes, and I've very much been in that space of releasing the safety net and, you know, what is coming next? I have been on this journey where it's like, I don't even know what the heck is coming in a few days from now, you know? For a couple weeks, it was like that. I was just trusting the path as it unfolded, and it unfolded very beautifully. So we are being really guided to trust and to take those steps, and the universe is catching us as we go. And share your voice was the last one of this pull of this deck. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So we are being called to step up, to really share our voice, to speak our truth, and to release these wounds of persecution, and, you know, to allow ourselves to shine, because that has been the reason that we've been, you know, shut down and not shining our light, is because of this persecution complex that we have been grappling with for millennia throughout lifetimes. So it is safe now. And that's been a huge message that I've been receiving as much more came to light over the last few weeks, immediately before the eclipse portal. And that was reflected in a number of people I spoke with, really intense situations. And again, I will share about that in my 11/11 video, but maybe even a deeper video on what the Lightworker Collective has been clearing, because it's really wild. Beautiful in the alignment and synchronicity that we're all experiencing it, but it's been not easy. So perhaps you resonate with that as well. So the next deck was the Starseed Oracle. So the first card that again was kind of lying on the top, but it felt so synchronistic that the last card from the Light Your Work deck was Share Your Voice. And then the first card lying on top from before was Whale and Orca Elders, Share Your Song, Frequency of Sound, Diving Deep. So I wanted to share that because of that beautiful transition, that beautiful alignment from one deck to the next. And then I shuffled and cleared and did everything. And what came out next was Breath of the Cosmos. So my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. This is very much in alignment with the take the leap and trusting your path. Because when we're in that space of micromanaging, we're in that ego space of trying to control every aspect of the outcome, of trying to figure it all out ourselves, like the how, you know? So we're being asked to release that as we step through this portal. The 11/11 is a threshold. It is a portal energy, like the biggest portal energy you can get, really. So we are really stepping into that new way of being and trusting and surrendering to the flow entirely in many cases. But then things fall into place and things open up and expand for us in ways that we couldn't have figured out from the mind space, because the mind is limited. The mind is ego. The mind is, it's in this limitation. So we're expanding into infinite possibilities, and this is part of it. And I just saw 1010 out of the corner of my eye into 111. So, and then we have this beautiful, courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. So this is very much a continuation of, your soul path and sharing your song, your frequency, and what was that other one? The sharing your voice, right? So this is that expression, that blossoming energy coming forth again. So it's just, I love all the alignment in these cards as I pulled through, as I moved through the card pull, rather. And the cards came out in a really interesting way too. It was like, boom, all these cards right here. These are the ones. And I was like, okay, yes, 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 yes. And then we have a new earth. So, 11:11 on the timer. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Oh my gosh, I love the timing of how I pulled the card out on 11:11 on the timestamp. Oh my gosh. So it's happening. Keep holding the vision. This is the threshold we're stepping into, the way of being that is in alignment with new earth, and it's anchoring down through us. So keep holding the vision, keep holding the frequency, share your frequency, share your song, because right now the world needs harmony. The world needs embodied love. The world needs joy. And that might seem like, it's not okay to express that right now because of the intense grief and devastation that is occurring in certain parts of the world. But that's exactly what we're here to heal. And what we're here to do is to be way showers, to show a new way of being for the collective, to remind everybody that it's okay to heal. It's okay to let go of those deep wounds. It's okay to soften. So it's time to put the swords down is a huge message that I've been receiving over the last several months. And yes, yes, everything will be taken care of when we surrender to love. And that is the highest truth that there is. And I know this is a very, very triggering time for many, but this is the wound that we're healing. So I will get into that in another video. I have so many videos because I've been in this space of not recording, and the messages have just been coming through and solidifying and clarifying. So yeah, there's a lot. Weight of the world, we're releasing that. It just feels, again, so in alignment with all the other cards that have come through, just more affirmation. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. It's time to release it. Surrender to the divine will. Allow the divine to take care of it, to take care of justice. So 11:11 is also this balancing energy. So it reminds me of Libra, scales of justice. It's bringing in a layer of justice for the lightworker collective. So trust that all will be in alignment in divine timing, and that things will be righted, and maybe not in a way that maybe not through the pathway we thought it should be, but things will fall into place in the best way, or they will rise into their most aligned fashion. Let's put it that way. This whole idea of falling into place has actually been kind of niggling at me, because I've said this phrase numerous times over the last few weeks, and I'm like, I don't know, something about it. We're rising into a new frequency. We're rising into a space of alignment. So that is the same energy, but from a different, higher perspective, I suppose you could say. So what came through next is big picture thinking. So visionary, holding the vision of the new earth as it came through here. So again, more beautiful alignment with the cards. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So there's that portal threshold energy. And we have this mirror aspect a little bit as well with the water and the cosmos, as above, so below. So we're anchoring down these bigger visions of what the collective could be experiencing on this new earth. And then we're here to anchor in those visions and actualize them through our embodied essence. So we're here to really be that energy of love and joy and peace and harmony ourselves, first and foremost, as within, so without. So we anchor in the vision, as above, so below. But in order to actually build it and create it as within, we have to create it within first. So that's the message from that. And one more, you got the love. So again, just an affirmation that we are doing the heart healing right now. We are releasing the grief. We are releasing, we're, healing the wounds of the backstabbing. And this is also about boundaries. So Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. So Hadarian starseeds, I am one actually, which I only really connected more deeply with over in August when they were coming through for my activation series at the root chakra, because their planet was destroyed. So our planet, if you identify my planet, I suppose I could say, but this is very much a beautiful, loving, heart-centered planet civilization, and they were taken advantage of. They were enslaved, I suppose you could say, and many of them did not make it, but the ones who did escape, they lost their home, right? So we are carrying that imprint as starseeds. That's not just the Hadarians, the Mintonkans, it's others as well. And lightworkers in general, we have a huge theme, a collective theme, and starseeds of finding home and feeling at home. And the message is, it's not to escape and want to go home to another planet. It's to anchor in the love here, to Gaia, to create that beautiful home here for all. So that's the big message. You got the love, you can do it, and to hold your boundaries firm, to stand in your truth, to walk the path forward knowing that you are guided. So this is the overarching theme of the portal of the last several months, of everything. I mean, it all connects, right? Everything is connected, but this 1111 is a powerful one because we're through that really intense 2-year Taurus Scorpio eclipse axis season, and Saturn is direct as of Saturday as well, 11/4, November 4th. So we have a lot of energies assisting us in this anchoring in, this embodiment as we move into the 1111 portal. So really just learn the lessons, bring them forward, and affirm what you are here to build and create. So the next is the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. We're also at the time of the year where the veil is thinnest, the Samhain portal. The true alignment of Samhain is tomorrow, actually. So there's a lot of this deeper energy that is coming up, and we're of course in Scorpio season and everything as well. So mountain lights came out from this Hidden Worlds deck. Light beings, portals, portal energy, of course, subtle energies. So when the veil is thin and when we're experiencing these portals, this is why I think also the 1111 is so powerful, is because the veil is already thin. We're generally speaking usually around the 1111 portal in the Samhain energies, whether it's directly in the portal itself. So we have a portal on a portal, which gives us access more palpably to these very, very subtle energies that are wanting to work with us, that are wanting to work through us. So if we give ourselves that time and space to really attune to them, much can open up and much can become clear to us because we are giving ourselves that time and space. So maybe you want to connect with a mountain energy. Maybe that's a visual that you identify with. There's also this tree over here. So it's like that as above, so below energy, but sitting on the mountaintop, you get a higher perspective of everything. So light beings, portals, mountain lights. Oh, also 29, it adds up to 11. So that's maybe also a number for somebody, but I had just noticed that. So the Tree of Illumination, Truth, Revelations, Understanding. I'm going to get into this card tomorrow, or not tomorrow, in this other video that I'm going to create about what the light workers have been healing, because Oh, yeah, it's been a lot, but the revelations, we are in the time of revelations, and much has been coming to light for us. So really anchor into what has been being illuminated for you personally in the last several weeks in particular, but perhaps over the last several months, several years, as we are really anchoring in this new earth energy and the awakening is happening and ascension is like quickening. So tune into that. What are we carrying forward and what are we leaving behind? What has been revealed to us? What is no longer in alignment? Then The Secret also came out, The Unknown Mysteries, Wonder. I mean, this just felt like overall affirmation of this veil of illusion being lifted. We are seeing through the veil. See, that's translucent, and it is being illuminated. So we are seeing the secrets, the hidden secrets that have been lying within, the unknown, the mysteries of the darkness. It's being illuminated, right? So more tree energy. So there's a ton of tree energy, obviously. 1, 2, 3, they all have trees. This is literally tree of illumination, tree. So maybe you're meant to connect with trees. That was a message I received about 3 years ago, actually. Connect with the trees. The trees are all interconnected as well through their root system. It's highly intelligent, and that is one layer of what we're being called to do, is to really come together in unity consciousness, to connect with each other. So yes, another thing that I'll speak into, but it's really beautiful, all of the connections. So Aurora Garden was the last one that wanted to come out. Usually only 1 or 2 cards come out from this deck when I pull, but this time 4. So this hidden world energy really wanted to be brought forth. And of course, it's like the veil of illusion of the underworld, of the shadow of our consciousness. You know, Scorpio season is the underworld. Revelations, it makes so much sense. So they're darker energies, right? But it's also the light is illuminating it. And that's exactly what we are here to do, is to illuminate the darkness and to bring humanity into a higher level of consciousness. Aurora Garden, beginning, initiate, origin. This felt like a beautiful last card from this particular deck. And it kind of the end, but there were 2 bonus cards from another deck that I'm going to show you as well. But Aurora, I don't know if this connects with anybody listening, but the Aurora Borealis obviously has been amplifying if you've been paying attention, and it's gorgeous, right? Who doesn't love looking at images of the Aurora Borealis? I haven't had the privilege of seeing it myself. I just saw 222 on the timer, just FYI. But beginning, obviously this is a new beginning. 10 is the number of completion, of wholeness. So I love that. But you know, maybe you are here being initiated on a particular path. So yeah, however this might resonate with you, we have this temple. There's kind of a sun energy there, and the light inside the temple. And this kind of etheric figure over here. So there's a lot there, but this Aurora frequency, this Aurora consciousness, from what I understand so far, this has been coming through like Aurora. I was like, oh, that's a nice name, you know? But it's actually this frequency of consciousness that is beyond the universe. It's original source creation consciousness, as I understand and connect with it at this point in time. As more comes, I'll be sure to share. It just hasn't felt fully anchored or solidified within me quite yet. I mean, it is, but it's, you know, as far as sharing and expressing it, that piece felt like it wanted to percolate longer. So that felt especially poignant. And finally, we have opening the heart and abundance that were in that last deck. I almost didn't even pull from the Lemurian Star Child Oracle, which I usually love pulling from it, but it kind of felt like, no. But these were sitting right there, and it was like a little reminder, opening the heart. That's literally what we're being called to do, especially at this 11:11 portal. It's the balancing of the masculine and the feminine. So this is divine union within. That twin flame union, that twin flame journey begins within first and foremost. So opening the heart, the right to love and be loved, heart healing. We also have this 3 is the card, so it's a Holy Trinity energy. But this is about giving and receiving love in equal turns. So yes, boundaries, but it's also the balancing and the harmonizing of the masculine and the feminine within. So it just felt like such a gorgeous affirmation of this 1111 portal energy coming through the cards. And then abundance. Abundance is our birthright. Once we're in alignment, once we're embodied, the abundance flows naturally. Once we allow ourselves to express from our heart space, this is how it flows. And abundance means many different things. It is really very little to do with the amount of money in your account, if I'm going to be entirely honest. That's a very limited perception and perspective of what abundance is. And, you know, money can be used to weaponize and yes, throw shade at people. So we're releasing attachment to how abundance is defined, okay? What does it look like for you? What does abundance mean to you? Freedom, the ability to create, the ability to live a life without worry. You know, there's a lot of layers to what abundance looks and feels like, and that is so individual. So define what that means for you. Fullness of source above and all else, right? Enough for all, openness. So when we have our needs met, we're good, right? Everything else is a bonus. So this is when we're truly connected with abundance. It's this perspective of not trying to grasp and take from others from this limited perspective. It's rather the opposite. It's opening up and knowing that there is enough for all. So there's no need for competition. There's no need to take other people down and be petty about things, right? So this is what abundance truly is. And many of us know that, but then we haven't embodied it. So this is the journey as well. So as we step through the 1111 portal, I encourage you to really anchor into yourself what abundance looks and feels like, but above all, how does it feel for you? So embody that as much as possible. And I will be coming to you with another video on the specific energies of the 1111. And again, a video that has been on my heart because it's a conversation that seems to keep coming up with multiple people of what has been coming up for the lightworkers and starseeds to heal. And we are really doing a beautiful job, it seems. But I wanted to share that more publicly as well. So I'm sending you much love. And if you want to go deeper, I will share a couple resources below. I am hosting currently, it's being recorded, Align and Shine, a beautiful little space where we're going deep into energetic alignment and you know, how to manifest and co-create with the new energies. So it's less, I don't even like to use the word manifestation anymore, but that is essentially what it is, but from the new energy perspective. And I have an energy protection and clearing guide so you can really stay protected and clear in your own energy. Very important right now with all of the chaos and turmoil in the collective. So I'll add those below and a couple of free resources. So I'm sending you much love, onward and upward in love and light. And I so appreciate the likes, subscribes, comments. How is this landing for you? How have you been feeling? It's really wonderful to be back. So thank you for connecting, and I will see you soon.